Hello, my love. Welcome to my channel. I want to go ahead and share with you a few key things that you can do if you have just broken up with a narcissist and how you can truly keep that door closed so you do not keep getting yourself into the cycle of abuse. My name is Dr.Onalee, and I am an expert at helping you recover from narcissistic relationships and attracting in your soulmate and healthy love. One of the key things that I really love to do with my clients is to help take them through certain steps so that they can actually stop what within them is attracted to narcissists. So if you've just gone through a breakup, maybe it's very fresh, or maybe it's been some time, maybe it's even been some months, and you feel like you are judging yourself because you logically know that this relationship was not healthy. You logically know that this person wasn't that good to you, and you can't come up with that many reasons of why you even liked that relationship. Just know right now that that is very common when you are dealing with narcissistic relationships because it is an addiction. You continuously get yourself into these cycles of something that doesn't even actually feel good, but your body is addicted to the high when it is good. And that's why your logical mind can't override that feeling. So treat this like an addiction, treat this like a sickness. You are not stupid. You are not dumb. It's not that you should have known better. It's that there were chemicals that went off in your body and an obsession of the mind that you can't control. There is a solution. One of the ways is working through a program. That's what I created. If you're interested in that, we can talk more about my homeschool program, or you can go to the link below. But there are other ways that you can really handle and navigate this. So, one of the things that I'm going to share with you, the first thing that you should do if you're going through a breakup with a narcissist, not just a normal person, right? Somebody that you know in your heart is a narcissist or very, very unhealthy for you, somebody who really affects your emotional, mental, even physical well being, that kind of relationship. You have to keep the door closed. This is the hardest thing ever. But just like with a divorce, once you divorce the person, you're done. And how rare is it that somebody actually gets back with the person? Maybe after both of them have spent years and years, they get back together. But more common, do you really get back with somebody after you divorce them? And so I treat breakups, and I tell all of my clients this: when you are done and you just broke up, you must keep the door closed. And I've worked with hundreds of clients now, so I know the patterns. This is why I created a course and packaged it in, because we all have the same tendencies and behaviors when we struggle with this kind of addiction. So many of them do not want to be childish or immature. They want to play it cool, or they want to hold on to the hope of what the relationship could be if the narcissist changes, if they give it more time, if they allow the narcissist to heal, if the narcissist agrees to go to therapy, whatever the condition is, if they're holding on to that hope, they keep that door open. And it's almost like pulling teeth trying to get them to close the door. And so that's why I want to share with you right now and really get it to you. If you know that this person is not good for your emotional, physical, mental well-being, you must close the door and treat it like a divorce. Be done. That is the module 1 of my program. And I tell my clients, if you can't go through that, you are not going to be able to do the other necessary steps to get to the other end. That is how important deciding you are done and keeping the door closed is. So do whatever you need to do. If you need to block them, block them. If they have stuff in your house, arrange the date and be really strict on it. If you have to leave the stuff outside of your house or do something like that, I've worked with clients through this. Do what you need to do where they don't have access to you. A lot of narcissists are going to drag it out, the breakup, and almost all of them are going to come back. And so you need to be prepared, because you might get to a space where you feel like you've moved on, or you fully have let them go and you've decided you're done, but they come back and say they are very charming because they are very manipulative people. They know exactly what to say to you to get you hooked in. If you are feeling weak and vulnerable, they're going to easily be able to come back into your life. And if you're not in a strong place where you've decided that you are done and you've done everything you know to do to keep that door closed, you're going to get yourself back into it. So that's the first thing. Close that door. It's not childish and not immature to block somebody or to have them get their stuff in order to protect your well-being. Number 2, use this as a gift. This time is a gift. I wish I could have known or realized this way back when. What the narcissist has done to you brings up all of your triggers and all of your insecurities. They show you where you feel like you are not chosen, you are not a priority, you're discarded, you are worthless. They bring up all of your core wounds that you created when you were in childhood, that you picked up from how somebody else treated you or taught you, and they have stuck with you. What the narcissist does is they are just always poking and prodding and triggering all of these wounds that live within you. And if you want to get out of staying stuck in these kind of cycles and patterns, your job right now is to do the work and to really feel and heal and release and let go of these core wounds, process them, let them go, let them move through your body. And sometimes you will need to do this program, or sometimes you'll need to do this with a therapist. Sometimes you'll need to do this in a 12-step, whatever you need to do to feel like you can, in a safe and healthy way, process these emotions that have been stuck and living within you. Until these are processed, we keep repeating them and calling in different partners and characters in our story that just keep activating and triggering them. It took me so long to realize, because I would attract in different partners and they would all do different things. And so I couldn't catch the behavior. I'd be like, oh my God, this guy never buys me flowers. This guy always buys me flowers. It wasn't about the flowers. It was about the things that they were saying and doing very subtly that would trigger and activate this feeling of not feeling chosen. I had such a core wound that I picked up from when I was a little girl, and I'd even done therapy on it. But I couldn't see it when I was trying to look at their behaviors and thinking that this time was different. I had to go within and heal that feeling of not being chosen. And I had to learn how to choose myself. That was my karma. So maybe for you, it's that you don't feel worthy. And you keep attracting in a partner, or your last partner reflected back to you and made you feel like you were not worthy. But if you're not careful, you'll go and blame them for not making you feel worthy. And if you stay in that kind of mentality, you're going to keep attracting in partners that make you feel not worthy, because it's not about the partner. Actually, this is the gift of it. This is where the gift comes in. They are just highlighting back to your own insecurities. And you have the opportunity to release the blame, because if you're blaming them, that means you don't have power to change. It was them that made you feel unworthy. You'll stay stuck all day long. I see it time and time again. You call your power back when you heal within you what doesn't feel worthy. And you start to love yourself and feel worthy and learn how to give yourself everything that you need. Whatever the narcissist did in the beginning with the love bombing, or whatever they did to hook you in, that is how you are going to know what it is you need to give to yourself. It wouldn't have felt like such a high and captured you if you were sourcing it from within yourself. But now that you have this knowledge, this awareness, you can go source this within yourself and start to feel worthy. It's not going to be an overnight process. It's going to be a day-by-day thing. But the more that you embody your worth, the more then you're going to attract in somebody who genuinely is able to see your worth. Somebody who genuinely matches that, and they're not just doing it to hook you in. They genuinely are that way, and that is possible, and it does exist. And you will start to recognize them and have eyes for that kind of person when it's coming within you. Step 3 is take your time. Take your time with dating. Allow yourself to actually really get to know somebody and start asking yourself, do I even like them? So often when you get caught up in narcissistic relationships, you're wondering, do they like me? Am I enough? You are now going to shift into abundant mentality and knowing that you are worthy of your desires. If God, your higher power, has placed desires within you, that means you get to have them. And you can't miss it. You can't mess it up. And this gets you to a place where then you do not settle. If somebody disrespects you or says something condescending or rude, instead of brushing it off in the past or talking yourself into it or justifying it, you say no. You say, no, I'm worth so much more. And especially if someone in the beginning is acting that way, I can't imagine what they're going to do when I get in relationship with them. And so I am not going to tolerate, and I'm not going to accept it anymore. So truly taking your time, knowing that you are the chooser. You are okay to say no. You're okay to reject people, because you know you deserve to be with a healthy soulmate kind of match. And so what I'm going to leave you with is really implementing and taking at least one action step from this video, carrying it forward and doing what you need to do to take your next steps of recovery from these relationships. But know that there is hope. There is healing on the other side. You have made it to this video. You were meant to hear this and know this. I'm sending you so much love on your journey. As you know, you can do the program if that feels right to you and it feels like a yes. You can send me a message on Instagram, or you can go ahead and click that link. I hope you have an amazing rest of your evening. Continue to watch some of the content that I have created. I have created so much free content in order to support you with what you're going through, especially if you don't have the resources right now to invest in the program. So I look so forward to serving you, supporting you, and I will talk to you soon.